Hello, I'm Juno from Gamsung Sound. Today, we're gonna dive into the original project of Jafunk.
Hey, what's up Gamsung Sound? My name's Jafunk. I'm a music producer from Australia now based in Lisbon, Portugal, and I make funk and disco music. I've got over 100 million lifetime streams on Spotify, and I've worked with artists such as NCT Doja Jung, Tom Misch, Young Franco, Cosmos Midnight, and many more.
And since we're gonna talk about NuFunk, with artists like Anderson .Paak, Thundercat, and Bruno Mars bringing NuFunk elements into mainstream, this genre is hotter than ever right now. Earlier this year, Jafunk teamed up with our Gamsung Sound for a NuFunk masterclass where he did break down 10 of his original projects. And today, I'm gonna share you some serious tips from those original projects.
Right there.
That chord progression is insane. The track kicks off in E flat minor, and the actual chord progression is like this.
이렇게 딱 떨어지거든요.
That altered voicing is sick. That altered voicing on F dominant 7 create a perfect resolution into the B flat minor 7. This is an absolutely ideal example of a secondary dominant. Actually, a lot of producers are looking for sort of good chord progressions, right? But actually, a great chord progression is only half the story. The other half is voicing. Without any nice voicing, even a good chord progressions sound so flat. And as you can check it in every MIDI clip here, yeah, Jafunk is the master at this. Okay, let's look at the actual tracks. He used this Rhodes piano for this buttery sound. And then the wobble sound synths. Okay, at this part, I want to share you a common beginner's mistake. There are a lot of amateur producers who just copy and paste the same MIDI clips onto another instrument like this. Like this. Never do that. I'm pretty much sure a lot of you are guilty of this, right? If you do this way, your latest will sound like so flat and so cluttered and kind of lame. So please always change the voicing, or at least play in a different octave, you know, at least. That's a really good tip. Okay, and then as the track builds, look how we gradually open up the cutoff filter to increase the tension. And the lead sound is so great. The way it develops throughout the track is just next level. Jafunk once said to me that this track has the most technique to learn from him. Personally, this track sounds so like Earth, Wind & Fire. It's dripping with that classic funk authenticity. Especially you listen to the bridge sound, you're gonna totally understand what I'm saying. And the vocals, oh my god, this is just straight up Earth, Wind & Fire vibe. You can actually check out this entire project on our website, where you can see and study all this vocal arrangement in detail. I'm gonna let you hear only vocal sound. It's gonna be like this.
Step into the night, have no fear, we were born to fly. Step into the night.
Also, you can check every vocal mix plugin here. We copied this project over another DAWs, so we have them available in Ableton, Logic, and Cubase.
Whoa, I like to get to know you one-on-one. Oh, let me get up close and personal.
This track blends R&B and NuFunk, and this track is a perfect example for learning how to structure a song effectively. It's not complex at all, but every element in the track has to be placed with intention. Okay, check out the intro. It's almost empty. Just drums and EP, right?
I think I could be yours tonight. Maybe I can be the man that you want.
And this is why vocal mix is crucial, really important. So he plays with a kind of like vocoder sound and changing the texture, right?
I think I could be yours tonight.
There.
Maybe I can be the man that you want. You say the word and I'll be. I wanna believe that you're into me.
And then just one rhythmic synth comes in, right? Instead of just stacking more elements, you know? And then let's see what happened later.
I wanna believe that you're into me. Follow my lead, I see it all so vividly. What you asking me, I'll deliver handsomely. Whoa.
He builds tension using nothing but filter automation. This kind of attention to detail and restraint is the main reason why his track feels so polished. Always simple is the best. Don't overproduce it.
Whoa, I like to get to know you one-on-one. Oh, let me get up close and personal. Don't mind the painful blood.
And then when the kick finally drops in the chorus part, it hits hard. Because everything before was kept simple, that's why. Guys, actually this is really important because it took me like over 5 or 7 or 10 years to realize and then make it as a data. This is gonna be really valuable, please. Anyway, so to make sure your chorus part hit even hard, less is the better before the chorus part. Simple, less, but it has to be good. Okay, and then let's see how we finish this chorus part.
I hope you say you'll give me one-on-one.
Actually, one thing that really surprised me while working with Jafunk during the masterclass was when you think of someone making this kind of like analog style music, you would expect them to have tons of outboard gear, right? Like a massive synth collection or an insane instrument skills, right? But when I visited his studio in Lisbon, I was shocked. He mainly uses VST instruments. The only hardware synth he has is Chord Minilog. It's not even that expensive. And you know what? His track with the guitar and bass like Wicked Love or You Got Me, he wrote those tracks less than a year after learning a guitar. It's not about the tools. It's not about the insane playing skills. It's about how you edit them in the DAW because we're producers, you know? We're not a session player. We don't have to be session players, you know? We all can do this.
I volunteer.
You got me acting up all night. I can't believe it's happening to me. You got me feeling.
In genres like disco, house, and funk, where the drum hits a 4-on-the-floor pattern, it's not just about boom clap or something, you know? But actually, the groove needs to be felt just from drums alone. That is absolutely important. I'm gonna play only drum part of You Got Me. You can feel the groove, right? This is a Perfume of NCT that Jafunk remixed. I'll play only drum parts. See, it's whole different level. Okay, now let me mute the vocal tracks. So from now on, this is the full instrumental. That's it. Really simple. But every single sound choice is carefully picked, and every element in the arrangement serves a purpose, writer's purpose. And the song You Got Me is similar too. And we're back to You Got Me project. Let's talk about the groove more. This is really important things too. Jafunk doesn't just play his bass and guitar and leave them as it is. Instead, he cuts and moves every note manually, like this. So watching him work, it reminds me of vocal timing correction, that much detail. So instead of quantizing everything exactly to the grid, he adjusts it to shape the groove of the track, So he does quantize, but never onto the grid. Actually, that was one of the secret points of him.
I'm in ecstasy. You're moving me, my fantasy.
This is Ecstasy. I'm going to talk about the arrangement strategy here. Okay, let's play from the intro. Start with opening up the cutoff filter to introduce the theme, right? And then just kick and bass.
All week, all day, wait for the weekend. All work, no play, beats start to creep in. I need to
just kick and bass. That's why there are a lot of space for vocals to shine, It's all about balance. If there's a lot of things in instruments, first, it's really hard to make your chorus part hit. And second, it's really hard for your vocal to stand out. Then in the pre-chorus, the sound shifts dramatically into very wet sound.
Time travel for you. I'm in ecstasy. You're moving me, holding me, my fantasy. I'm in ecstasy. You're moving me, my fantasy.
And finally, the chorus explodes into a full vocal chant. The vocal chant appears for the first time here. That's why it explodes. Look at this, just perfect song structure, right? There's actually a reason why this song has the most stream in his song. That's my opinion for sure. But if you look closer, in terms of the arrangement, they have a lot of contrast from every section. But if I mute the vocals, the instrumental itself isn't dramatically different. Actually, the intro and the chorus part are almost identical. Except the guitar and a little bit of drum elements, So this way, each part contrasts with the others, but still feels like a cohesive story, So it's mainly the vocal and the other effects that make it feels like a completely new section, like make it wet and dry, single main vocal, and then the vocal chant or something. So this kind of like effect and the vocal mix make your track completely different. So guys, after all these projects, I perceive mastering this production technique that I'm going to say right now is absolutely one of the most important production skills. First, creating a strong theme and then structure the arrangement with minimum elements while maximize contrast with another sections and keep it cohesive. That's all. That's all about music production. When it comes to mixing and mastering, personally, I think that comes later. If you want to get hands-on with these original projects, head to our website and we have them available in Ableton, Logic, and Cubase versions. Plus, we have tons of free project files in our Discord, so make sure to check them out. Okay, so if you found this insight valuable, hit the like button and subscribe, and stay tuned for more real pro tips. See you in the next one. Bye!